I'm laying over in Addis Ababa, the capital of Ethiopia, to see the grandmother to all humanity, Lucy, the highest ranking Orthodox Cathedral of Holy Trinity, tasting the authentic local Ethiopian coffee and ending the day with bargain shopping at the Africa's largest open market, all under 12 hours, all done for $75 or less. Anything I can do, you can do. Addis Ababa means natural spring and is the capital and the largest city of Ethiopia. It has a population of 3.4 million with a diverse economy. In comparison to other cities in the region, it's considered to be extremely safe. The city is home to the headquarters of the African Union and UN Economic Commission for Africa, the Addis Ababa University, and many other important Ethiopian landmarks. So, let's begin by getting out of the airport by getting a transit visa. It's required for all nationality with the exception of Kenyan and Djibouti's. As of 2017, if you are flying with Ethiopian Airlines for both the inbound and outbound segment, the $25 24-hour visa fee will be waived and transit hotels and shuttle will be provided to you at no extra cost. But for those of us not traveling on Ethiopian Airlines, taxi is available right outside the gate. They are not metered, so negotiate and negotiate hard. I was able to get a full day driver for $20 plus a $5 tip. By the way, make sure to only pay after driver returned you back to the airport. So one of the first places we're going to go and see is the Holy Trinity Church. Our first stop is the Holy Trinity Cathedral, the highest ranking Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Cathedral in Addis Ababa. It was built to commemorate Ethiopia's liberation from Italian occupation. It's the second most important place of worship in the country. It's also a burial place for the imperial family and those who fought against the Italian occupation, or those who accompanied the emperors into exile. As a result of the resolution of Council of Chalcedon in 451, Ethiopia was one of the first in the world to officially adopt Christianity as a state religion. But regardless of whether you are religious, we can all agree to these messages in the 10 Commandments.
Like, you respect your father and then respect your mother, and then we don't be selfish and then don't be thief.
On our way to our next destination, I passed by one of the city's most important landmarks, the Yekatit 12 Monument. It's a date on the Ethiopian calendar equivalent to February 19th in the Georgian calendar, referring to the indiscriminate massacre and imprisonment of Ethiopians by the Italian occupied forces. Located 2.5 kilometers away from the cathedral is a home to Ethnological Museum inside the Addis Ababa University. However, the camera is not allowed inside. Set within the former palace of Emperor Haile Selassie I and surrounded by the beautiful gardens and fountains, this is easily one of the finest museums in Africa. I'm in the capital city of Addis Ababa. Sometimes filming around the globe poses a language barrier, especially when you're working with different crews. But I can always count on the local hospitality and also opportunity to meet some new friends. This is why I met a university student Kasam, who wants to tell me about his future dreams for his country.
Prosperous nation, peace, and there's peaceful country, democratic country, and a prosperous country.
Our next stop is only 10 minutes by foot. Although unknown to most, the Ethiopian National Museum is a world-class museum, truly a hidden gem. On-display collections offers artifacts spanning thousands of years, including some from the earliest stage of Ethiopian civilization, as it is one of the oldest in the world. In this museum, you can also find out artifacts such as potteries and jewelry and customs that belongs to the people of Ethiopia. It's actually pretty fantastic if you have time to explore this. But the most famous and the precious exhibit is a fossilized partial skeletal remain of an early female hominoid. One of the major attractions here at the National Museum of Ethiopia is Lucy. She's 3.2 million years old and considered the grandmother of all humanity. Well, it's time to pay our grandma a visit, and she's right in the back. Next, we'll pass by the Menelik 2 Square on the way to a symbolic coffee house. Ethiopia is the birthplace of coffee, and I'm not leaving without sampling the authentic Morning Joe. The perfect place to visit is Tomoca Coffee. This family-owned coffee house is symbolic, and most famous for being the first coffee company based in Ethiopia. It's one of the oldest coffee shops in Addis Ababa, and as you can see in the back, all the coffee they sell comes from Ethiopia and from different regions. In fact, some of the coffee you enjoy at Starbucks and other international chains probably come from here.
Just put the sugar inside. Then at the end you will mixture it. Wow, it's delicious.
It's very bitter, so you can tell the coffee beans is really fresh. And so, actually, you know what? I don't even think I need a sugar. I can just taste it by itself. Fantastic. Honey, good job. Good job. I think she likes me. Our final destination is about 5 minutes drive from the coffee house. The name Addis Mercato means new market in the Ethiopian language Amharic. It's the largest open-air market in Africa.
At the time, no market at night here.
What time do they close down here?
Almost 7 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Cultural jewelry. They are very beautiful and they are open here because in Ethiopia there is very peaceful country. No one come rob because there is stability here. You know, there is good security here. Yeah.
The market covers several square miles and employs an estimated 13,000 people in 7,100 businesses. The primary merchandise passing through Merkato is locally grown agricultural products, most notably coffee. I really encourage everyone to support the local economy, but the same old rule apply: bargain, and bargain hard.
He tell me the first price, then I tell him down, then he tell me again the exact price that he sell, then I return back. After I think some time, then I will come back.
So after picking up my coffee beans and some souvenir at a bargain, it's time to head back to the airport. With that being said, I hope you all have an amazing time in Addis Ababa. Don't forget to like, share, comment on this video, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching and have a pleasant flight.